Hey everybody, what is going on? Oscar Ramos in the house. Today we have a special guest, Adam and Dylan from Project 79. So if you are here watching this video, it's probably because you've watched some previous videos, you're curious, you're saying Bitcoin is the future, but it's gold too. We've heard so many stories about this subject, but I have experts that I'm willing, and I hope you're willing also to listen and to give you your chance. How you doing, Adam? How you doing, Dylan? How you guys feeling today?
Very good, Oscar. First of all, thanks for having us on. Really appreciate it. Doing great. Thank you. How are you?
Doing well here in Texas, kind of 100 degrees, but we are living it. And one day, every day, no matter what Gary Gensler says, no matter what Jerome Powell says, no matter what the father said, we continue working, we'll continue living. And I think crypto and blockchain, that is the key. Because the project that you have for everyone involves the blockchain, how Web2 projects, how gold can come to the blockchain too. And well, I'm all ears. So Dylan, what's going on?
Yeah, thanks for having us, Oscar. We're super excited to be here. I know that the community are always excited when we speak to other communities. We have quite a big existing community of our own Project 79 now. So I'm sure you'll get a lot of them come over and comment and say hello. So thanks for having us, and we're super excited to be here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and get you started. Adam, this is your baby. You are on the ground. You are looking at the miners. You're looking at the field, Uganda, many different places, 3 listings. There's so much but for someone who is starting on this, can you provide us a nice overview and the elevator pitch so everybody could invest, get excited for this?
First and foremost, I think it's really important to understand how we arrived at Project 79 and how this all begun, really, because what happened with us, we started an NFT project, which was mining Bitcoin, the Hydro Whales Mining Club. And that's a minted out NFT project, which is focusing on Bitcoin mining. And part of that business model was to invest a portion of that mining revenue into the crypto market and other projects. And we was looking to compound our investments. And then what happened was the bear market kicked into full swing, right? And we were seeing DeFi projects collapsing, crypto projects collapsing. You know, the entire markets were dropping off, equities, crypto, and a really tough place to invest or find good areas to put your money into at that particular time. This forced us to really look at where can we generate sustainable cash flow. One of the most important things for us when building any project, like from the Hydro Whales, cash flow was from Bitcoin mining. Project 79 was born in the height of a bear market where we was looking at how can we generate revenue that's uncorrelated to the chaos that was happening in the market. And we managed to negotiate some contracts buying and selling physical gold and importing it into Dubai, into refineries in Dubai. And we opened up Project 79 as a sacrifice. And this was simply just to test the waters, to kick off the contracts that we had negotiated and secured. And what we see was incredible. Within, I think it was 5 or 6 months, there was $12.6 million that had been sacrificed into our contracts. We were seeing huge demand for passive income and real sustainable income that is generated from, real business that was uncorrelated to crypto or any traditional market. And so that really, kicked us on to where Project 79 is now. And how we look at Project 79 now is a marketplace which hosts different opportunities within the gold, mining, and precious metals industry. So just to give you an overview, we have a mine, like you mentioned, in Uganda, which is a revenue-producing live mine that's mining gold. We have a company called Sahara Star, which is prospecting, and they're looking or exploring licenses for gold over in Africa as well. And we also have a staking program, and the staking program is similar to the sacrifice model that we started with. It's simple USDT or USDC in, and you stake your crypto. Basically, you're accessing contracts, buying and selling gold. and then that is then brought into the refineries and a profit share is done. So you'll see some of the videos there. That's gold going through exports. You've got various pictures there from mines. You know what? Like I said to you just before we kicked off this, it's very important for us to try and open up the transparency as much as we can into everything that we're doing. There you can see, you know, from raw gold directly from the mines right the way through to the finished product, which is being sold at the end. So that's how we're generating revenue, and that's important for us to demonstrate.
I just want everybody to see this.
Yeah, this is a trip actually over in South America where we're going to visit remote locations and various mines, and really you know, opening up a lot of, you know, opportunities. Because like I said, Project 79 is now becoming a marketplace, and we have no plans to slow down. We want to continue growing and getting access to real opportunities within this industry. You know, and this is, I think, where you mentioned earlier on, blockchain really can add a lot of value, you know, blockchain technology. And we're trying to disrupt the way that finance is dealt with. We're trying to disrupt the way that investments are handled. You know, you know, traditionally speaking, it's very difficult for the average investor to get access to direct, you know, projects like this, and direct exposure to this type of business. And for us, we're tokenizing, you know, like I said, mines or businesses within gold, and allowing people, you know, to access this where they simply wouldn't normally be able to. And that's what's really exciting about you know, blockchain technology and what we're trying to do.
Amazing. Some people like you who could do so many different things in the world, you're selecting this industry, then you want to bring it to everybody through the blockchain. Why?
Well, I think we recognized, and obviously crypto has now become, you know, to a point where everybody's aware of it. You know, I think the last previous bull market, you know, you had everyone, mums, dads, you know, your grandma started to be curious about Bitcoin, and crypto really sort of announced itself on the stage. What I enjoyed about crypto was the way that the technology and the way that you can really disrupt how finance is handled. I come from the finance industry, and I really noticed there that there was a real you know, purpose there, where you know, decentralized finance. I think right now DeFi has a somewhat of a tricky time, because there's a lot of companies or projects in there that haven't, you know, acted in the right way or took advantage of hype and different things that you see in the marketplace. But I think there is such a need for decentralization. I mean, I'll give you an example, like looking at a gold mine, right? The fact that we can get access to such thing through the blockchain, right? And tokenize a portion of a gold mine, like I said, is not normally something that's quite easy to do, or would be quite easy to access for your average guy. Second of all, if you look at it like a real estate, so mine is like an asset, right? Which is producing a revenue. But if you wanted to then sell or come in and out of that investment, meaning is there liquidity there? It's not that liquid, right? So you'd have to sell the whole mine, or if you wanted to sell a portion of your mine, you'd have to find a buyer. With a tokenization process, we can create a secondary market, which will be hosted through Project 79, which now brings that secondary peer-to-peer marketplace, which brings liquidity to the investment as well. So not only have we got good feedback from users who want to access these style investments, we're also getting big feedback from companies that are seeing a lot of value in tokenization of assets. And, you know, this is not just for the gold industry or, you know, mining. We're recognizing this right across the whole of private equity. Like I said, I really think there's going to be a shift in the way that finance is dealt with. We also have a company called Ocean Money, which is a fintech company involving banking, asset management, and we're looking at tokenizing not just gold mines, but several different asset classes. And we're having, conversations now with institutional players, and getting a real good feedback and giving us, a push in the right direction of where we want to go.
Well, I always appreciate someone who is prepared. In crypto, there's a phrase called first verify, then trust. The fact that you're showing everyone your face, 90% of the new crypto projects, and I'm not saying you guys are new, but you probably know that projects don't do that. They don't want to show their face. They are not dogs because they know that they're going to do harm. But I do like the boots on the ground strategy, the team that you guys are bringing in. I think everybody will do more research, but through these videos and more, they're going to really emphasize what you guys are bringing to the table. Tell us now how, with all that, with the why, how are you guys bringing this opportunity to the blockchain? What are the 3 listings that you have available on your website, and how can people join this opportunity?
Dylan, do you want to walk through the 3 listings?
Sure. Okay. So we have 3 listings at the moment. So it's worth noting that we're formulating Project 79 as a marketplace. So theoretically, we could tokenize an unlimited amount of gold businesses. So like Adam says, our goal is to help miners and gold operators in the precious metal industry use the blockchain. And one of the benefits for them is being able to fundraise, get access to funds, and then and being able to then go on to set up their businesses. And in our case, we've approached 3. We've used our network. We've done our due diligence on 3 specific businesses. We started off with Belcore, which you'll see is in the center. Belcore is a mining operation. It's the one that's based in Uganda. It's headed up by Phil Burley, who's got 20 years experience over there in Uganda. He's got many more years in the mining industry itself. So what you'll find is that each of these listings, because they represent a different business, each business has a different operator, has a different CEO, has a different team. Similar to how on OpenSea, you might have different NFT projects with different teams, except with Project 79, we vet the teams. OpenSea, you can kind of plug in and anyone can release an NFT collection. With Project 79, we do a little bit more vetting. We make sure that the operators understand what they're getting into and the long-term goal of Project 79. So the Belcore mine, it's been acquired, as in they've prospected the land. They've found that there's 7.5 tons of recoverable gold underneath the prospected land. Now they've started working on the mine. So they've got guys on there, they've got equipment, and they're digging and laying the foundations for the future, for it to be a monthly recurring operation. And that revenue is generated from constantly mining the gold that's been shown in the geology reports. So as you can see with Belcore, there's 100,000 tokens in total. What that means is that since there's a token number to represent the percentage which in this case is 40%, so 40% of the economic rights for Belcore, each token has a claim to gold that's under the ground. So if you can essentially buy, if you buy enough tokens, 5% of the gold that's underneath the ground, or in other words, 5% of the 7.5 tons of gold that's underneath the ground. So it's really tangible, really real. So people have already started receiving the rewards. We've already paid out. So the mine has already generated 800K in rewards paid out to investors. This has been completed over the last 4 months. So investors in Belcore are already starting to see a monthly return from the mine. So that's one of the projects. We also have Sahara Star, which is an exploration company. So Adam touched on this a little bit earlier. Now, their goal is a little bit different. So they're at a stage earlier than Belcore. So Belcore had to do what Sahara Star is doing at one point in their journey, and that is exploration. They're looking for gold. What they have is mining rights, and that's the size of London, or two mining rights the size of London. And they're prospecting, looking for gold. If they find gold, or if any other minerals are discovered in their mining location or the land that they have rights to, then that will be taken into consideration. The goal for Sahara Star is not to mine. Instead, they want to sell this off to China State Mining. Adam, what is it?
The China State Mining Company. So they're looking
China State Mining Company.
Yeah, sell it to one of the big players in the industry. So that they're looking for explosive growth. And what I like about Sahara Star is they're led by real experience. Gavin, who's the CEO of Sahara Star, he has a fantastic track record of working in private equity and taking companies right the way through to listing on the London Stock Exchange. So you're talking about real proven track records, real experience. Like Dylan just touched on there, 2 licenses, the size of London, each license that it's already a multi-million-dollar acquisition that was made on the licenses. And then they're raising, we managed to get a deal with them to tokenize a portion of their business, right? And so, yeah, we've got now opportunities to really push on. Sahara Star are looking to do a fast track deal within 12 to 18 months and flip this. I mean, it's no secret what their target is. They're looking for around a $500 million valuation deal on the exit. Bear in mind, and I want everyone to understand, this is very important. That's a target, not a guarantee. It's not financial advice. That's the target of Sahara Star. And but yeah, they're actually in Mauritania this week. The team there meeting with the minister. Gavin already secured $30 million as well on secondary private equity funding. And they're looking at making more acquisitions with other projects on the ground, which is going to increase the value. So currently, the company is valued at $30 million. Their token price is 60 cents, the pre-sale price. We have had confirmation from the team already that price is definitely going to go up as they're about to finalize some acquisitions on the ground. So they're packaging up a bigger deal that they're looking to flip and sell on within a 12 to 18 month timeframe. So, like I said, it's real experience there, and Dylan touched on this, but this is not us going out trying to decide that we would like to, apply ourselves to the gold industry. We are securing contracts or securing access and tokenizing people that have huge amounts of experience. For example, Belcourt have been working in the region for 15, 20 years, have been dealing, and exporting millions of dollars of gold previously, prior to us, already securing deals with these. So these are not like startup companies or teams that are just, trying to mine or strike gold. It's real experience. And that goes right the way through to the staking program, where you just see some pictures of me going out and meeting boots on the ground, going to the mines, the processing plants, the exporters. You see there all the way through videos from the gold physically going through, the customs as well. So yeah, it's a case of we are building out different options in different countries, in different locations, in different parts of the industry, right? So you've got gold staking program, which you don't have to buy into a team or a company or a physical project. You're just buying into a contract, which is buying and selling gold. So this is more flexible, right? This is simply staking USDT or USDC. You don't have to worry about another token, but you get your only USDT back, right? So what you stake, if you stake $10,000, you can experience your revenue. And then when you withdraw, your $10,000 will only be $10,000. With Sahara Star, you have the potential of your token value really exploding. Also, the same with Belcourt. Belcourt is mining. They are actively mining right now as we speak and paying out revenue already to investors or token holders. And the thing is with Belcourt, they have the opportunity for additional discoveries of gold on the site. And if and when that's done and completed and announced, the token price you would expect to increase in value, right? Another thing is the geology studies already confirmed 7.5 tons. That's 7,500 kilos of gold recoverable from the site. You know, it's worth digging into the white paper there if anyone, you know, wants to look into it a little bit more detail. But yeah, that's if you look at the math around that, even at $300, the public sale price is massively undervalued for the amount of gold that, you know, they have already confirmed on their geology studies. So this is, you know, relatively still early. We've been going for a year, Project 79, 2 years in total, if you include hydro wows and you know, where we originally started from. But I think we are still super early with what we're doing, and we're only just scratching the surface.
Well, I think I joined to everyone who's watching and listening, who is like, wow, I mean, I for sure want to give it a try. And to my understanding, these are all pre-sales, right? These are all just for people to start putting it inside your project.
The pre-sales finished now on Belcore. So it's 70% the pre-sale, 70% of the token allocation was taken in the pre-sale. So there's actually just less than 30% left. That's going to be going live within the next couple of days. Sahara Stars still in a pre-sale stage at 60 cents, but we've already had confirmation from the team, and previous AMAs that we have done have already confirmed that next week they are making more acquisitions in Mauritania. So that's going to change as well. And then the other one is just a simple staking program. So there is no token purchase. It's just staking to get access to revenue within the gold trade.
It's worth saying though, oh, sorry. Yeah. So it's worth saying that we are releasing a new tech stack at the end of August, beginning of September. So to answer your question about the UI, right now you will be able to go and enter into either pre-sale or public sale or stake your USDC/T. However, at the end of August/beginning of September, we've been working for months on a really good tech platform that will enable P2P trading. It's on on ETH. It's a ETH. It's actually on a new ETH standard. So we're working with tokenization specialists that have created a standard on the Ethereum network that's created specifically for security tokens. And that tech stack is going to be released at the end of August, beginning of September. So you'll see an update on the website, and that update would be where people would be able to log in. You would have to go through KYC so that we can carry out our AML checks and so forth. You would then have more of an account-based platform where you would be able to change the wallets. You'd be able to trade or list your tokens for sale, or also buy other people's tokens versus just entering into general sales.
Wow, thank you so very much, Dylan, for that, and I appreciate that, Adam, for explaining. Because one of the things that a lot of people like are the pre-sales, obviously, but you have one just done, and the other one is a staking program. What I was gonna say is I like the simplicity. We don't want to have too many. We don't want to have a bunch of stuff, because if you're focused on mining gold and making sure they go to the hands of people who believe in the project early, then, I mean, that's a good way of doing it. And you just told me earlier that you can make even more of these programs with more of these different opportunities in the country. So I think this is only the beginning for you guys, and it's just going to open up more doors as, you know, the staking program continues, and Uganda. And I mean, it does look like a really good project. Now, one of the things when it comes to blockchain is collaboration and cross-chain. Have you guys thought, because you're going to be launching, right? Or like this is going to be starting and it's going to be making waves, and you're already talking with other different content creators, and people are getting to know you. And you said, or you are aware, Adam, of how people are feeling right now, especially in 2023, that when they see a project like this, chances are thoughts of what a great project doesn't come really easily. What do you think as far as how people will perceive Project 79, and would you guys do something to or prove right to them that this is going to be a long-term future? Because I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, right? But it's always in the back of our minds as crypto investors, is this project going to make it, right? Can I trust my project that is not going to leave us behind? I mean, because there's a lot of staking programs in the world, but can you tell viewers you are for reals and that the team formality and experience is here to stay?
100%. Now, one thing I can guarantee, and this is a guarantee from us as a whole team, we 100% operate with the fullest of integrity, and we have a long-term plan with everything that we're doing. So if anyone, you know, looks into how we started from the Hydra Wows, we completed that project with we bought more miners than we originally had even put on the white paper, due to us getting a better deal, and the price had changed from when we started. So, you know, everything that we do is a long-term plan, and we always want to over deliver on everything that we're doing. We're very conscious also, like you mentioned, of how the market is right now. One thing that really drove us when starting the Hydra Wows, don't forget, we are all investors, crypto users. We've all accessed projects that have rug pulled. We've all been there, done it. We're all tired of it. In fact, one thing that and I commonly say this is, I think, and I've had enough now of projects turning up and trying to take advantage of the crypto hype, or, you know, trying to use, you know, like you said, you see many staking programs, they'll show high flashy returns, and then they get enough money in. As soon as that slows down, they're gone, right? And to be frank, you know, we've had enough of this. Not just us, but everybody in crypto's had enough of it. And I think if you operate in this space, right, I think that you have an obligation to add value to the space. And we really want to help it grow. We want to try and disrupt the way that, you know, the finance is dealt with, and also the image around crypto and tokenization. I mean, we have to do this on a daily basis when talking to companies, right? We're talking to real world companies, real world businesses, and we're trying to tokenize assets or tokenize portions of their business. And we have to sell them. First of all, you know, a lot of these traditional finance guys, everybody's heard of crypto, but doesn't really know enough about it. And everyone thinks, oh, well, it's just pumpy dumpy, and the price does this and that, and it's a lot of scams and all of this stuff. But when you really start to understand, there's a lot of value attached to blockchain, to crypto. It's just about using it the right way. Like I said, you know, I can 100% guarantee our integrity as a team and what we're putting out there and what we're offering. We don't manage these mines ourselves, but we'll bring the owners on, right? We'll bring the teams on. One of our requirements, and I think this is unique. This is another reason why I like crypto. The interaction between a company and a community. You notice, you know, it's very different. It's not like a stock market. You don't have these communities built around certain stocks, and you don't see the way, you know, trading communities, maybe we'll talk about, you know, different companies they're trading, but the way that a community is really built around projects. And, you know, one of our key things is bringing the project owners on and opening up that transparency, regular AMAs, boots on the ground. They want to see exactly what's going on. They want to hear the thoughts and the decisions and reasons behind the decisions, you know, and that's really where I see a lot of value in this process as well. It's changing the way that people sort of communicate, companies and investors. And like I said, tokenizing assets, Dylan's just touched on it. At the end of the month, we're going to have a full-blown marketplace. So you may buy Belcore today, and you may, you know, want to trade it, or you may see, you know, that Belcore's revenue or the price of gold's moving up, and the value of Belcore's token is doing well, and you may want to, you know, trade that. You wouldn't be able to do that normally if you was just investing via a fund, right? This is where that tokenization process and that secondary marketplace really adds more value as well to you know, your asset. But yeah, to answer your question is, you know, have a look at our AMAs. There's not a project on there where we don't dig really deep into. We've been around for some time now, various projects. We're just about to launch Ocean Money, which is a regulated asset management platform with banking, with debit cards. We have various different, asset classes, if you like, that we're looking at tokenizing, from Bitcoin mining to real estate. So we're in this for the long run, and we have a long-term plan, and it doesn't mean that everything we do is gonna go through the roof and to the moon. But one thing I can assure you is whatever we're saying we're doing, it's there, it's being delivered. And I think as well, there's going to be a visit to the Belcore mine in September. So for anybody that wants to physically go out there, it's for token holders. There's a trip going out there. So for people that want to physically go and see and touch and have a look and meet the team, that's a good opportunity. We've also done the same last year. We flew in various YouTubers that had been promoting, Project 79 or working alongside us. A few investors we brought over to Dubai. It's difficult because we've got thousands and thousands of people in our community to bring everyone, but we brought a good, I think it was about 6 or 7 of us that all went there, viewed all the contracts, went into the refineries, physically, picking up some bars of gold and, meeting the team and everything like that. So wherever we can, we want to open up that transparency and, demonstrate exactly what we're doing from point A to point B.
Precisely what this crypto experience needs. Thank you very much, Adam, for that. I think you funnel a lot of people who are looking at Project 79 and saying, no, this is not going to be a 100x amount. No, this is not going to be pumping them. Okay, whatever. So you are left with people who really want to be here, who really understand your vision and what you guys are working on. And at the end, will come out stronger because of what you just said. Not only you have these 3 listings, this experience, the tokenized gold, but also other projects that are ahead. And I think that's great. And now that you're coming to blockchain, your priority, of course, will be the mining, but you're going to be open to a lot of different opportunities, right? You have Binance, you have Coinbase, you have, obviously, if you in the United States, you're going to have to abide by some regulations and stuff. What do you think? What are your thoughts when it comes to framework, regulation, oversight for Project 79? Because that's oftentimes right now in crypto and in this environment, companies that do not have their A game on that department oftentimes are penalized, sued. But how are you guys working on that experience to make sure that everyone is covered?
Well, funny enough, we spent so much time recently just discussing regulation, dealing with lawyers, legal teams. Like I mentioned, we have another platform, Ocean Money, which is fully going through a full regulatory framework and onboarding process in many different countries. And Ocean Money plays a role with Project 79 as well. Project 79, if you like, is an Ocean Money client, will be an Ocean Money client. And we have on-ramping, off-ramping, full compliance across, the process. Because when we are dealing with crypto in Project 79, we're taking funds from crypto to fiat into physical assets like gold, or whether it's physically into one of the businesses like Sahara Star or Belcore. And then profits are coming back either from gold into fiat, back into crypto, right? So we're bringing it back on chain, off chain and on chain. So Ocean Money has the full legal compliance in terms of on-ramping and off-ramping. And yeah, it's one of the reasons why when we started the sacrifice model, we didn't have Ocean Money in play at this time, right? And what we wanted to do, we slowed everything down because we was actually the pace of users coming on, funds coming into the platform. So this is one of the reasons why I'd say, if I was looking from the other side of the screen and saying, right, why would I like to jump in with this project? We actually turned off funds coming in and slowed everything down for the sacrifice project due to the fact that we wanted to make sure that we didn't run any risk of the compliance side or funds being frozen, moving funds from here to here. At the time, we were seeing
That's
FTX
my concern.
drop.
Yeah. Good
yeah,
stuff.
we see FTX collapse. We were seeing everything coming down. Also, at the same time, you know, we have a responsibility to ensure, one, users are safe, and two, we have a long-term plan. And it's not all about how fast we can do everything or how much money comes in every month. Yeah, so that was important for us. So we slowed everything down. We moved, we transitioned, we give everyone an option. Do you want to withdraw your funds? Would you like to transition your funds into Bocor, which was now a tangible tokenized asset owning part of a mine? And then we've restructured and started to bring back a better way of handling this with Ocean Money behind us, helping with all the on-ramping, off-ramping, fully regulated. So, and yeah, so we spend a lot of time. At the minute, there's such a confusion about regulatory framework in different countries. Every country has a different stance, a different view, a different rule. So what we find a lot of the time is you kind of over-regulating yourself and trying to comply to what you would class as the tier A or global standard for regulatory compliance. And that's where we're at. So we take it seriously.
Mic drop, spot on, because I can think of two companies that have to do with staking. I'm not going to mention their names. I've done in the past in my previous videos, but I won't. And they promised me everything, Bitco, everything, and my money is stuck. Project 79, like you said, Adam, don't rush it. Take your time. Be compliant 100% and defy all odds and shut up all the non-sayers, the fudders, because if you are working that hard, pay yourself by, you know, exceeding the expectations. And I like it. I think that's the way, the right approach to go to get compliance, whatever you're working on, and, you know, the future where you guys are reaching out to different places. Perfect. Now, what I'd like to do right now is share some of those videos that you that I have here, and you might want to talk about it because visually we all love that, right? What do you think?
Cool. Yeah, no worries. Let's do it.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and share the screen right now, and let's talk about this one, the first video.
This was going to visit a processing plant in South America. I'm not allowed, I'm under NDA, by the way, so I can't go direct to locations. This is part of the gold staking program, but yeah, I spent 2 weeks in South America going through every part of the industry, basically, from gold coming out to exports, from processing plants, like I said, all the way down to mines and miners in various countries across South America. But yeah, that was us having a look there. That's gold going through customs, being exported. So this is what you're getting access to with the gold staking program. So just to be clear, what happens is we buy gold via contracts. And this is from already companies that are exporting and in the industry that export millions and millions of dollars of gold every single week. We plug into contracts. So we secure contracts with them, buying gold and selling it at a profit to the refineries. And that is how we generate revenue. So a lot of what you mentioned, a lot of staking programs have just disappeared, or they struggled. That's mainly because they can't, they are not generating any revenue to support the payouts, right? And as soon as that money slows down coming in, that's when the problem occurs. And that's what's called a Ponzi, right? You know, and that's the Ponzonomics of things that we see so much in crypto, right? But there's a clear revenue stream. You know, the only thing that could slow us down is if there are delays in shipping, because don't forget, we are moving physical gold, or the suppliers are shipping physical gold from one country to another country. You know, it's not it's not completely risk-free. You know, there's a lot of moving parts to it. But one thing that I can guarantee is that there is, it's not like shipments could go missing. They're insured from point of sale all the way to the refinery to when that point of purchase to point of sale. The only thing that could affect the staking program is if there was delays, or there was, you know, like a COVID situation where everything was shut down, then it would disrupt your earning potential, but it doesn't affect your value of what you've staked, right? And if that happened and we said, hey, look, we're having delays, we earned less this month because a couple of shipments didn't arrive, that means you just earned a little less that month. It doesn't mean, you know, the whole project's gone and your money's disappeared. And that's really what, you know, is frustrating for everyone when they see staking programs or projects that just say, oh, guys, we've had an issue, and boom, they're gone, you know? So yeah, these are videos of us going to remote locations. You can't fly there on commercial planes, so you have to take these. Another thing, I've said this before on another AMA, because you asked me, you know, what community members or you know, public may think about these projects, and we get it all. You know, we like I said, we've been around for a year. You'll have guys that come into our Discord and they'll say, well, this is a Ponzi, and this won't be around in a few months' time, or whatever it is. And my answer recently was, look, I'm risking my life flying on these small planes, right? Going to remote locations to secure contracts, to open up transparency. You know, I'm not going to be very pleased if I have to keep getting into these conversations when I'm out there trying to do this. But yeah, I'm only, you know, jokes aside, it's something I think is important, you know, opening up transparency and being able to demonstrate, because it's so easy to just log onto a computer and, well, I say not so easy. It's, you know, looking at some numbers on the screen, staking, you know, connecting a wallet and staking, but then being able to see what's happening behind the scenes. And I think that's important to open that up and demonstrate that to people that are involved.
So from what I hear, and you just said it, and by looking at those men in uniform, it's risky, right?
Well, no, that's how gold is transported, right? It has to be under insurance. It has to be transported via armed. It depends on the locations, but yeah, it has to be transported under the insurance policies via professional companies, and that's just how they do it. So in terms of that, yeah, I mean, it could be for them on boots on the ground, but it's not for us as an investor, because if, let's say, for example, something bad happened and they was ambushed and the gold was stolen, there is insurance policies which cover it from point of sale, point of purchase to point of sale. But yeah, for the guys that are transporting it daily, yeah, there's an element of risk, I suppose. But I've asked these questions. There's not been one shipment that they've had in these particular suppliers for many, many years that they've been working. They've not had one shipment that has been ambushed or taken because of the, you know, they're using, you're talking millions and millions of dollars daily or weekly that are going through their channels, you know?
Wow. I think all risk pays off, and all the travels and the connections and the opportunities that you're bringing to a lot of people, that's incredible, Adam. Honestly, that's really good stuff. I mean, because you don't hear too much about this. Typically, what project owners do is copy paste a smart contract. They create a token, they pump it on social media and dump it, and they repeat all the time. You're not doing that. You're actually going and completely disrupting the way Web 2 to Web 3 and physical to digital. And that's awesome. And be safe. And I know, have fun. And I mean, obviously, it's a great opportunity for people who want to be in this business. Guys, gentlemen, let's go ahead and start with the final remarks and conclusions on this one. And I mean, I really appreciate all those images and videos. And I mean, that really opens up, I think, a lot of people the idea as far as what you guys are doing, what you're here for, the different projects and programs that you have, and the framework that you're working on and growing for Project 79. Adam and Dylan, what are your thoughts on this, and the final remarks for everybody watching us?
Yeah, I'll go first. So my thoughts are I'm excited to work on the project every day. I wake up excited, working with the community and the team. We want to be the leading tokenization platform. I get this quite a lot, when I speak to people that it's not the norm. People aren't used to hearing about projects like ours. And I think that's exciting because blockchain is just a software. It's a layer of the internet. And if us crypto enthusiasts are going to use the blockchain as our layer zero, or we're going to use the blockchain to formulate the internet, then it only makes sense that we are going to onboard real world business. Tokens have their place, PFP projects, they have their place, but the world is filled with real businesses, and we want to tokenize the gold ones. Why? Because gold is one of the most demanded substances out there. Whole nations demand gold. Nations have treasuries, and they have expectations of how much gold should be in their treasury. So it filters down from whole nations that want gold to your most beginner investor. Someone that invests or wants to put their cash somewhere for their first time might choose gold. And why? It's similar to Bitcoin. You can't create more. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. You can't magically create gold out of nowhere. And people see these assets as safe havens because you can't create more of it, which is a problem that many of us faced in the fiat world. So I'm super excited. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen over the next few years. And if you're listening to this, I hope you join us.
Awesome. Thank you, Dylan.
And for
Adam.
me, look, I'm going to say this. We're all from the crypto industry, right? And we're passionate about crypto. We love crypto. We love blockchain. For anyone out there that's trying to, most people watching these videos, they're looking for areas to make money, right? They're looking, where can I invest? What projects are cool? What's good? Be careful with what's out there, and we touched on it earlier. A lot of people are looking for that token that's going to go from, $100, $200 in, and bang, they've made $1 million out of it, right? It's very difficult to find that. It's very difficult. I know, that's attracted a lot of people to crypto, right? These stories of rags to riches and these, teenagers that become millionaires overnight from flipping NFTs or whatever it is. I know that's dragged a lot of people's attention to crypto, but be careful out there. And I always say this, it's about being responsible with your investments, right? There's a place for high risk projects, right, in your portfolio, but make sure that you're managing your portfolio the right way, and the deal sizes that you take or the capital that you apply to these areas are manageable, right? And you know where you're at with them. And if you're interested in looking at sustainable long-term projects with real revenue streams where it's 100% it's not you're not getting paid out from new capital coming into a DeFi protocol, and then all of a sudden this protocol cannot sustain its payouts anymore. This is coming from real world businesses, real people, real teams, real projects, and like Dylan said, from one of the most respected and liquid assets that we have available to us, which is gold. So yeah, that's my final comments. Is stay safe out there, and if you're looking for real sustainable real businesses and real cash flow, then Project 79 has got various options there for you.
Dylan, Adam, everyone watching, this is gold, loved by many, used by many, not only attracting the crypto holders, the crypto community, but also other different age brackets that like gold have never done crypto before. and Project 79 can be the getaway to crypto and through this experience. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Take a look at the links down below for Project 79. It's all right there, so you can meet Adam and Dylan as well online. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.